Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I will try, as usual, to speak as slowly as possible so that you can understand me. I know how difficult it is for many people to understand me. The students are fine, but the parents tend to struggle. They tend to smile and nod a lot, but they don't really know what I'm saying. Unusual circumstances today, but fantastic that we can all be together to celebrate the graduation of this year group. We hope that everything goes smoothly. We thank you for coming out today, and it will be a brilliant occasion. It's actually quite nice to be on our home ground having a graduation, especially for long-termers like myself. This is probably me getting into my 18th year at Riverside, so it's fantastic to be here. And now we'll get ready for the graduates. Welcome, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to pray as we open the ceremony. Lord, we thank you for the Riverside community, and especially today for our graduating class. Be with us today as we celebrate as a community, and bless us during these proceedings. And keep us mindful of how specially privileged we are to be Riversiders. Give these young people wisdom and guidance as they move on to the next stage of their lives. We thank you, Lord, for this ceremony and being able to take place in these unusual times. And we ask that we will reflect your love as we will go on throughout these proceedings. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Miss Eva Spanko with an original piece called Soul Searching.
choose the world's best art as the dramatic events that make you realize you're missing something in your life. Your heart is incomplete and pieces are missing from your mind, they're missing from your soul and from your bones. All that you long for is a soul that will understand, will care for you and lead you in the dark. Soul searching, go soul searching on the dullest days when you can't even recognize your own reflection. Soul searching, go soul searching, and I promise that you find what you're looking for and dreaming of and longing for. If only you believe it is the right time. Oh, now it's strange that most of world's beauty isn't recognized or appreciated. And I know it's strange the way that emotion changes, the way in which you look into someone's eyes. A beautiful stranger changes your world, changes your thoughts, changes the ways in which you look at it. My fears are gone now that you're here with me. You're by my side and you won't leave me lonely in the dark. Soul searching, go soul searching on the coldest nights when you don't even recognize the sound of your voice. Soul searching, go soul searching, and I promise that you find what you're looking for and dreaming of and longing for. If only you believe you're in the right place and it is the right time. You don't have to fight this war alone without another hand, another heart, another soul. Is your power? Find the strength within yourself, within your mind, within your bones and rise. Soul searching, go soul searching. When your days are long and you can't seem to understand your own emotions. Soul searching, go soul searching, and I swear that you'll find the one you're looking for and dreaming of and longing for. If only you believe it is the right one.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is always a difficult time for me because I've seen many of these graduates grow up at Riverside School. I have memories of some of them in nursery, reception, year 1, year 2 and on. And it's hard to realise that they've come to the end of their journey at Riverside and how successful it's been for them. We especially want to congratulate and honour those students who've been with us for an exceptionally long time. And we always present something to those who've been with us for at least 10 years or more. There are many, many graduates here who've been for 9 years, and I'm sorry that they're just missing out. But we have 4 graduates who have been with us for 10 years or more, and we want to call them to the stage and give them a present. And I'd like to ask Vlado Vovkanic, one of our board members, if he will join me on the stage. So we have George Bubnov, who's been with us for 11 years, Patrick Krenko for 12 years, John Henry Vax for 13 years, and Ron Gabali for 15 years. Could I ask you to come forward, please? Congratulations. Can you just get together for a photograph? Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today to celebrate with you. I'm thrilled that we can do it in this context and that you're not hearing this as a recorded message on the internet. But I do also want to welcome those who are viewing this via our live stream, and we sincerely wish that you could have been here with us today. We think of our graduates who are not here, Neil Dennis, Akif, and Dennis. We miss you, and we wish you could be here today. And all the parents. There are some parents, obviously, who couldn't be here as well. Grandparents, family members, and friends. We welcome you virtually, and we thank you for taking the time to celebrate with us. We do have a lot to celebrate, collectively. And I especially want to thank your parents for all they have done to support you in getting you through what has sometimes been a very difficult time in school. It's not always easy being a mom and dad, but they've done a fantastic job of supporting you, and we really appreciate the parents and all the support that they provide for the students, but also for the school. So thank you very much, parents. I'd also like to acknowledge our incredible staff team. We have a number of staff here today. They are truly a dedicated group of educators, and they make the school really special. They do a fantastic job of caring for the kids, and obviously the teaching is first class. So teachers, we want to thank you. Would you please join me, grads and parents, in giving your teachers a round of applause? Well, on the 10th of March, we had news from the Czech government that schools would be closed for an indefinite period. Well, what does that mean? We had been preparing for that for some time, but not sure what that would mean for Riverside. That afternoon, we held an assembly, and I spoke not only to the 13s, but to the rest of the students, but especially to the 13s, and I said, this is not a holiday. Your preparations for your exams must continue. Well, we didn't know what we were in for. With that, our distance learning plan was launched. And the staff and students were engaged in a completely new way of teaching and learning. And we learned together, the students and the staff together, what it means to adapt to new challenges in a rapidly changing world. For the graduates, this was an uncertain time and a period of heightened anxiety, and for your families as well. You worked very hard over your time at Riverside, in particular in the last 2 years, and to not know how this global crisis was going to impact your future was unsettling. And I'm quite certain I did hear a collective sigh of relief when it was announced that there were no IB exams. But that being said, I know that it is disappointing to end the school year in the way we had to end it this time. But I hope that you know that the skills that you've learned over your time at Riverside have been much more important and much better preparation for the future than the writing of those final exams themselves. Well, one thing we know about this class right here is that they know each other well, and they're very, very comfortable with one another. But what makes them unique? What makes them special from another class, graduating class? Well, one obvious thing, maybe not so obvious right at this moment, is that they are very loud. Very, very loud. In fact, I had a text message from one of your former teachers just last night. He texted, and this is from Mr. Ackhurst. Good luck tomorrow with the graduation ceremony. Great that it can still go ahead in one form or another. Please pass on my best wishes to the grads. Slight irony that the year group, which is so loud, will be graduating with face masks. Mr. Ackhurst and a lot of former teachers have wished they could have been here and to pass on their best wishes to you. A word that describes this group, and when I would speak with the teachers about this, and when they nominated students for awards, was that they are passionate. They have a deep passion. They're focused, they're driven, they're determined. It doesn't always translate into your studies, but you definitely are passionate. They're passionate about their interests, theater, art, music, and we've been thoroughly entertained over many years by your performances in those areas. They're passionate about expressing their opinions, and sometimes very loud opinions, and at sometimes baseless opinions, but you are passionate about it, and that's a great thing. You're passionate about living life to the fullest. You have an all-in attitude, and rarely have we had a group of graduates who have been so fully engaged in the life of the school. So well done to the class of 2020. They're a group that is made up of outstanding citizens, and they're passionate about issues that matter. Issues like climate change and sustainability, homelessness and poverty, gender equality, mental health and well-being, and many other issues that you have taken up and have been advocates for. In my view, the biggest compliment a teacher can give about one of our students is referring to them as a Riversider. And Mr. Clarke even said that just before introducing the graduates. I want you to hear what your teachers have said about you. Just in the last 2 weeks, this is what I've heard about this class. They're inclusive and supportive. They demonstrate a genuine kindness and concern for others. They're positive and encouraging. They're excellent role models, great ambassador, excellent leadership, hardworking and accomplished, yet humble and approachable, ability to overcome obstacles, involved in a variety of skills for life activities, Riverside trips, and initiatives, giving one's all to everything that he or she does, the ability to laugh at oneself. And this was a contribution from Mr. Bevan, just an all-round good egg. That is a Riversider. Undoubtedly, this time, we will look back on history at 2020 and we will speak of life as it was before COVID-19. We'll also think about it as life as it is or was during COVID-19. And certainly, there will be a life after COVID-19. This is a historic time, and you're living in it. The Riverside qualities that you have developed as a student before this global pandemic have made you resilient and adaptable and have given you the ability to cope with the stresses during this difficult time. I'm very proud of this class and all of their achievements. I'm confident that they will do well in their future studies and in their careers after this crisis. So for me, 2020 has been different. It's been very unusual. But this class has a lot of passion, and they have a lot of skills to be fantastic leaders and to move forward. On the back of your program today, there's a Bible verse that says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." I know this is not how you expected to complete your senior year, but that doesn't diminish the occasion or who you are and all that you have accomplished. You have made quite the impact on the Riverside community, and I know you will make quite an impact going forward on the global community. The world right now is in a vulnerable place. But with your Riverside qualities, your passion, and with God by your side, we will get through this and the world will be stronger than ever. So my best wishes to all of you. Thank you, class of 2020. Best wishes. We're privileged to have a number of students in the graduating class who are beautiful musicians. And we'd like Tereza Galushkova to come forward and to sing a song titled "I Lived."
Take that jump, you don't fear to fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. You fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know is give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer but take the pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say this world could give. I saw so many places and things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. I hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until this world could give. I saw so many places and things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Whatever you wanna do, I'll be here right next to you. Whatever you wanna say, I'm sure you'll be okay. Whatever you wanna do, I'll be here right next to you. Whatever then comes your way, I hope that you can say I did it all. I did it all. I own every second that this world could give. I saw so many places and things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tereza. Would Mr. Daish, Peter Daish, and Mr. Mike Bevan please come to the front? And we now come to the point in time where we present the diplomas.
It's my pleasure to now introduce and call up our graduates. Sadly, because of the current circumstances and restrictions, these first three students couldn't be with us today. However, we might just be able to catch their pictures on the screen over there as I read out their introductions. Nil Dennis Cardes. Over her three years at Riverside, the sharp wits of Nil Dennis have finally been matched by her confidence and the realisation of her skills. A stunning representative of the school at the Model United Nations, she is respected and liked in equal measure by all her peers and teachers. We know she will excel in her studies in economics and finance at the University of Bologna, Italy. Akif Guliev. Akif is Azerbaijani and has been at Riverside for 2 years. He is an eccentric individual who is known as a fun and outgoing personality within his year group. He has a strong interest in his maths and science subjects. Akif plans to study science at the Czech Technical University, Prague. Denis Kalanchev. Denis joined Riverside at the start of year 12 and has shown himself to be a very polite and independent young man with wide-ranging interests, particularly in the world of business, in which he has already begun to gain real-world experience. Denis has spent the last 2 years rebuilding a hot rod card as part of his CAS. Denis plans to study economics and finance at Charles University's Prague. And now we move on to the students who are here with us today. Patrick Hrenko. Head boy is a prestigious and important position, and Patrick has more than fulfilled his role as ambassador of the school, garnering the well-deserved respect and appreciation of all his peers and teachers. To continue his pursuit of technological advancement, he has accepted an offer to study computer science at King's College London, UK. Patrick receives the Computer Science Award and the Outstanding Leadership Award. Martin Yeun. Martin has been a true asset to Riverside. 4 years of unflinching, unstoppable enthusiasm and full involvement in the life of the school. Kind, thoughtful, intelligent, organised and hard-working, Martin is an outstanding role model to others. He is the recipient of this year's Physics Award, Higher Level Mathematics Award and Outstanding Citizenship Award. He leaves us to study applied physics at the University of Warwick in the UK. Dennis Melker. Dennis is proudly American and has been at Riverside for 6 years. He has wide-ranging interests, but particularly enjoys discussing international politics and flying planes. Dennis plans next year to upgrade his current pilot's licence to that of a commercial pilot. Dennis has accepted an offer to study civil engineering at the Czech Technical University Prague. He receives this year's subject award for chemistry. Kihon Kwak. Kihon is Korean and has been at Riverside for 3 years. A cheerful and very likeable individual, he has formed strong friendships here. Kihon has many interests and performs well in both mathematics and physics. He has also been an outstanding basketball player for the school. Kihon is applying to study mathematics at a university in South Korea. Well done. Vilmos Aubert. Vilmos is a friendly and kind student from Hungary who has been with us for 7 years. Well respected and loved by his peers, it has been a pleasure to see him develop in both confidence and academic ability. Vilmos plans to study environment sustainability at the University of Lund, Sweden. He receives this year's awards for geography and mathematical studies, as well as the Outstanding Progress Award. Albert Barbuha. Albert is a polite and respectful student with a calm and stoic exterior. A popular, well-liked individual, he has brought much to the life of his year group over the last 3 years. His interests include combat sports and physical fitness. Albert has accepted an offer to study international business management at the University of New York in Prague. Daniel Dvorak. Daniel is an engaging and personable young man who is never lost for words. He has been at Riverside for 9 years and has shown himself to be an academically very able student. Daniel has accepted an offer to study comparative literature or philosophy at the Ivy League University of Pennsylvania, USA. This year he receives the Biology Subject Award and the Exceptional SAT Achievement Award. Zsomba Aubert. Zsomba is from Hungary and is a long-term Riverside student, joining the school in 2012. He's a good-natured and cheerful young man who has been a friend to all within his year group. Zsomba has accepted an offer to study law with German at the University of Leeds, United Kingdom. He receives this year's Subject Award for German. Kazma Yusui. Kazma joined us at the start of Year 11 and has shown himself to be a real asset, fully involving himself in the life of the school, supporting the weekly soup kitchen and recycling initiatives, raising awareness regarding drug misuse and helping out during International Week. Kazma has accepted an offer to study economics at Sophia University, Japan. He receives the Standard Level Mathematics Award. Well done, Kazma. Jan Novak. Jan is Czech and has been at Riverside for 7 years. He's a cheerful, good-natured individual, well-liked and respected by his peers. Jan has developed markedly as an independent learner over his time here. Jan plans to study software development at Unicorn College Prague. He's the winner of the English B Award this year. Antonio Ferrandino. Antonio is a gregarious student who is well liked by both the student body and the staff in the school for his cheerful and engaging personality. He's been at Riverside for 4 years, and if you hadn't noticed, he enjoyed spending a lot of those 4 years in the gym. Antonio plans to study business administration at Anglo-American University, Prague. Ron Gabali. Ron has been at Riverside all the way through from early years to senior high. Thoughtful and good-natured, but also a highly driven student with a keen interest in history. Ron will be remembered for his excellent work this year in the charity art exhibition. Ron plans to study international relations at Metropolitan University Prague. He receives the awards for both history and outstanding effort. Nicholas Economou. Nicholas, a Riverside long-termer, has involved himself in all aspects of school life, from outdoor pursuits to music and drama. He will be remembered this year for his excellent work in the school play The Braggart Captain, being the captivating lead role. Nicholas has accepted an offer to study sports, exercise and health sciences at the University of Birmingham, UK. He receives the Sports, Exercise and Health Science Award and the Outstanding Contribution to the Life of the School Award. Emma Takieri. Emma is a fun and outgoing personality in the school and has reached the end of her 7th year at Riverside. She's been key to providing school and house spirit within the student body and has been instrumental to many successful fundraising initiatives. Emma will be hugely missed by students and staff alike. Emma has accepted an offer to study human geography at Sheffield Hallam University, UK. Margarita Shevchenko. Margarita joined Riverside in Year 7 and has shown herself not only to be an outstanding student with strong academic ability and work ethic, but also a fun and caring individual, well loved by her peers, who has faced life challenges head-on. Rita has accepted an offer to study economics and industrial organisation at the University of Warwick, UK. She receives awards for both economics and overall academic excellence. Samuel Zakhariev. Samuel is a talented and gifted artist known for his dedication and passion for the creative arts. Samuel will be remembered for his infectious personality, positive outlook and support of his fellow students. Samuel plans to study psychology at Vrije University Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Samuel receives this year's Environmental Systems and Societies Award. John Vax. John is another Riverside long-termer, having been with us from the start of primary school. He has shown himself to be a very polite and independent young man with wide-ranging interests, including digital design and gaming. John is very creative and has developed his own YouTube website related to online games. John plans to take a gap year and then study history and computer science at university. Victor Gonzalez. Victor is the artistic heart of Year 13 with his doodles, animations and posters stamping his fingerprint on Riverside's identity since 2016, having previously lived in Spain. It's been a pleasure to see him develop his self-confidence and artistic ability over the years. He has been a huge support to the art department, and Victor plans to take a gap year and develop his portfolio before applying to study graphic design and art. He receives the Digital Design Award. Noor Al-Huda Kaboom. Noor is a kind and fun-loving individual who is well loved by her peers and always shows great Riverside community spirit. We very much appreciate all her efforts as a house captain, where she has been integral to organising school events throughout the year. Noor is a very creative student and has helped design and make costumes for school production. She plans to study law at the American University of Cairo. Hyun Seo Kim. Amy Kim has been at Riverside for 3 years, a hard-working and able student, but also a wonderful actor whose outstanding performances we very much enjoyed in 2 school plays, Treasure Island and The Braggart Captain. Amy plans to study English education at the University Iwaha, South Korea. She receives the Subject Award for Psychology. Si-hyun Kwak. Amber has been with us at Riverside for 4 years, a hard-working and enthusiastic student. She will be remembered not least for her outstanding vocals in school performances, but also her lively acting in this year's school play. Amber has decided to take a gap year before studying film and television studies at the University of Exeter, UK. For all her support of the school, she is the joint recipient of this year's Outstanding Citizenship Award. Well done, Emma. Roman Cockrell. Roman is a likeable and good-natured young man who has been with us at Riverside for 5 years. His key interests include music and sport, particularly football, in which he is a very talented player. Roman plans to study sports management at the University of New York in Prague. He is the recipient of this year's Music Technology Award. George Bubnov. George's amiable and easygoing nature has endeared him to teachers and students alike. After 12 years at Riverside, it is like losing a founding member. George has strong interests in economics and finance, and we wish him luck as he journeys to the UK next academic year, having accepted an offer to study finance at City University, London. Stefano Souza. Since joining us in Year 10, Stefano has been a creative powerhouse. An easygoing attitude and relaxed approach, carrying prodigious artistic and academic skills, have earned him both the Visual Art Award and the Spanish Bee Award. His light-hearted sense of humour and diligent work ethic will be welcomed in his next step as he has accepted an offer to study economics and management at the Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore, Italy. Dominic Stegmeyer. Dominic is a fun and good-natured student who we've enjoyed getting to know over the past 4 years. He has fully supported both the homeless outreach programme and the soup kitchen, while still finding time to attend the school wrestling club. Dominic has accepted an offer to study politics and international relations at the University of the West of England, Bristol. He receives this year's German Ab Initio Award. Eva Spankel. Eva is a focused and driven young lady who joined Riverside as a primary school pupil. She has shown great determination to succeed in all her subject areas over the years. She is also very creative and shown a keen passion in the arts, particularly singing, and it's always a pleasure to hear her perform at school events. Eva has accepted an offer to study voice at the Berklee College of Music, Boston, USA. Margarita Beloglazova. Despite Rita having only been with us for the last 2 years, she has fully involved herself in the life of the school, most notably through her love of fashion, theatre and dance. Who could forget her outstanding performance in last year's production of The Braggart Captain? Rita has accepted an offer to study theatre studies at the University of Glasgow, United Kingdom. And now we have the front row. Hei-Jin Moon. It's been a pleasure to have Hei-Jin with us at Riverside for the last 4 years. She has participated and supported a huge range of activities, including the homeless outreach and soup kitchen. Last year, she had the opportunity to visit East Africa as part of our service learning team. She has also been a fantastic help in her role as a house captain this year. Hei-Jin is applying to study economics at university in South Korea. Susanna Brzezowska. Susanna has been at Riverside for 8 years and is a creative and driven student with high academic expectations of herself. Susanna has wide-ranging interests, including drama and story writing. She is also a willing volunteer, tutoring children English, giving her time to support environmental issues, and indeed helping in Prague with the current health crisis. Susanna plans to study medical science at the University of Exeter, United Kingdom. Agnieszka Hornova. It was a pleasure for us all to welcome Agnieszka to Riverside 2 years ago. She is a friendly, warm and approachable student who gets on well with staff and students alike due to her positive attitude and fun personality. Agnieszka has wide-ranging interests, including skiing, where she's become training as an instructor. She plans to study international relations at Anglo-American University, Prague, next year. Daria Chernova. Daria is an outgoing and positive individual who is always polite and friendly with staff and students. She's been at Riverside for 2 years now, and during that time she's excelled across her subjects because of her discipline and determination. Daria, in her spare time, enjoys boxing and martial arts. She has accepted an offer to study journalism and communications at Anglo-American University, Prague. Nanami Yanatani. Nanami joined Riverside at the start of Year 11 with a hunger to learn and a determination to be the next big name in particle physics. Her school organised visits to CERN, the Nuclear and Particle Physics Research Centre in Geneva, has further inspired her, and she has won a very prestigious place on the physics course at the University of Edinburgh, UK. She receives the award for outstanding effort. Tereza Galushkova. Tereza has been a 4-year tour de force at Riverside. A bright and articulate young woman, she is always willing to put forward her opinion. Tereza is also a talented dancer and singer who has often performed at school events. She plans to study politics, philosophy and law at Warwick University, UK. Tereza receives the English Language and Literature Award, Business Management Award, Czech Literature Award and the Theory of Knowledge Award. Margherita Lucianetti. For 5 years, Margot has enthralled and impressed the staff at Riverside with her positive attitude and determination to be the best she can be. Her linguistic talents are immense, leading to a deserved double language success with the French B Award and the Spanish B Award. Margot's exciting journey continues as she plans to study environmental studies and international development at Calvin University, United States. Zion Son. Zion has been with us for 4 years at Riverside. She's been a quiet, thoughtful and graceful student whose modest nature and unassuming character belie a caring and empathetic person who gives her all for others. Sharing her gifts and talents has resulted in her winning the Music Award. Her journey continues as she has been accepted an offer to study communications and media studies at the University of Calgary, Canada. Sarah Klavanova. As our head girl, Sarah has been a wonderful advocate for her fellow students and has demonstrated exemplary leadership skills. As a talented actor and a gregarious personality, we are convinced that she will achieve great success next year as she studies European theatre arts at Rose Burford College, UK. She thoroughly deserves her awards this year for CAS, theatre studies and English literature.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we're going to ask the students to respond. During these times of the COVID crisis, we've had to be incredibly imaginative in how we've socialised, how we've communicated, how we've lived our everyday lives. Grads, for those of you who I have taught since year 7, one of the words that I would use to describe you is imaginative. And I will always remember my time, and you can share this with your parents later on, when we did our peer pressure videos in year 7, and how imaginative and creative you were. And George, I see you blushing quite openly there. So ladies and gentlemen, you need to use your imagination in a big way, because we have 3 students today who are not going to be here. And I'm going to have to do their speeches. So you're going to have to pretend in your mind that I am a young lady from Turkey, a young gentleman from Azerbaijan, and a young gentleman from the Czech Republic. If I say it quickly, you won't understand, so it's okay. So our first speech comes from Neil Denise, who's our young lady who's from Turkey and can't be with us today.
Hello, I'd like to thank my teachers, to my family and to my friends. It was an amazing experience to be a part of Riverside, and I'm really grateful for this past 3 years. Even though I'm not going to be in my graduation, my heart will be there, and I'm really grateful for everything. Thank you so much to my friends and to my teachers. I really miss you.
If Akif was with us, and grads, I'm sure you'll all agree, Akif would get the award for Best Jumper. That's a private joke, guys. They'll explain that to you later on. Akeef says, good day, family, friends, and fellow teachers. I would like to thank my parents who gave me an opportunity to study in Riverside School and meet amazing teachers and staff who supported us and shared their own knowledge with us. I would, of course, like to also thank my best friends who have been with me for 2 years and who constantly helped me and supported me all the way. It was an amazing 2 years. Thank you and peace. And our last speech is from Dennis. Dennis is one of these guys who, since I first met him, I thought he was in his 30s. He's always looked a lot older than he does. Dennis says, I would like to thank Riverside for the friendly environment in school and the wide variety of opportunities it has given me. I would also like to thank my parents for supporting me through all these years of my education. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite some of the students to come up to respond. Our first group is Patrick, Martin, Dennis, Ki-Hyun, and Vilmos.
It has been an incredible journey, and I'm very proud of how far we've come. This final day always seemed so far away, but time flies when you're having fun. So for these great years and lifelong memories, I would like to thank my supportive teachers and my amazing friends. I truly hope to have you all around, even after our Riverside chapter ends. I was very fortunate to be part of this historic 2020 Corona graduation class. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family, mami, tati, Nicky, babi, dědo, rodino. Jsem vám ohromně vděčný za vaši lásku, podporu a trpělivost. Miluji vás.
So my words can hardly express the appreciation I have towards Riverside and its community for giving me such opportunities to not only become a better student, but a curious, knowledge-seeking, and highly motivated individual as well. I would not make it without the exceptional effort of my teachers, my parents, and my helpful fellow students. Thank you so much for this memorable experience. I will remember Riverside as my second family, always positively and encouragingly. Jsem své druhé rodině srdečně zavázán, děkuji všem, kteří mě na této pouti podpořili a těším se na další společné a radostné chvíle. Děkuju. Thank you.
I would like to thank everyone, present or not, for all the advice, assistance, and help that has been provided to me over the past few years. Looking at how far I've come over the past 4 years is something that fills me with nothing but pride. And it wouldn't have been possible without all of the people who have helped me along the way. So I want to say thank you to my friends, my teachers, and my family. Without you, I don't think I would be here today. It has been an honor. It has been a privilege. All the best in all your futures. I'm very excited for mine.
All right. I would like to thank my friends, my parents, and teachers who have supported me throughout difficult times. I also want to thank Google and Stack Overflow. I definitely wouldn't have got my diploma without them. All the best. 엄마 아빠 고마워요. Kian out.
High school has been an amazing journey filled with ups and downs, and I would like to thank everybody that supported me along the way. Today brings the end of an important chapter of my life, and I sincerely appreciate every person that helped me get to where I stand today. I look forward to what comes next, and I hope I can continue to connect with you all. Szeretnék köszönetet mondani a családomnak a 18 éves támogatásukért. Nagyra becsülöm az összes lehetőséget, amit tőletek kaptam, nélkületek ez sohasem sikerült volna. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Albert, Daniel, Jean-Bor, and Kazma.
Riverside has truly been a memorable experience for me. I had many amazing moments with my peers and my teachers, and I've enjoyed overall experience at Riverside. So I would like to say a big thank you to my parents for supporting me through my academic journey, and to my teachers and all the Riverside staff that made it possible.
want to thank all the people who have supported me in becoming the person I am today. I want to thank those who have challenged me to broaden my intellectual horizons and to explore the world around me. I want to thank those who have laughed with me and who made everything at least a little bit more colorful. A na závěr chci poděkovat těm, kteří mi poskytli oporu i v těch nejtemnějších časech. You know who you are. Thank you for everything. Děkuji moc.
One thing I learned from my 9 years at Riverside is to value a supportive environment and a great group of teachers. I would like to genuinely thank them for their endless patience. Szeretném a szüleimnek is megköszönni a támogatást. I could not have done it without you. Thank you.
I would like to thank the teachers who have supported me and helped me throughout the IB, also my friends, and also especially my father who pushed me over the years to try my best and not procrastinate, and also my mother who helped me to avoid stress, which was mainly my sister.
I'd now like to invite Jan, Antonio, Ron and Nicholas.
I would like to thank all the teachers that made these 7 years that I'm in Riverside a fun and useful experience. I also want to thank my family. They supported me in every way possible so that I can be in this position right here. I would like to thank all my classmates. I will miss you guys.
First, I would like to thank my parents for giving me this amazing international opportunity, which I could never expect to do in my life. I would also like to thank the teacher who supported me until the end. This opportunity not only opened my eyes to the world surrounding me, but also changed my way of thinking and raised me as a mature person. Grazie.
Today I reach an important milestone in my academic journey, and I want to take this opportunity to thank all my teachers and friends who have helped me to develop not only as a student, but also as a person. I also want to thank my family who have always been supportive and always had my back in good and difficult times, and who have always guided me. Ima, Abba, Morav Nofar, Saba Vesafta. Thank you for all the support you have given me over the years, and thank you for being there for me every step of the way, and thank you for being an amazing family full of love and support. אני אוהב אתכם ותודה רבה.
Very sweaty pages. So I would like to thank my parents for giving me the opportunity to live a diverse and exciting life and receiving such a rich education. I would also like to thank all my teachers for the countless hours of help they have given me in order to succeed. And most importantly, I would like to thank my grandparents and my mama's cooking, since without those many hours I spent eating instead of doing my EE and IAs, I would have surely died of exhaustion. Mama, babi, musíš mě poslat nějakou svíčkovou? To je jasně. Já, půjde se, to, jednak si. Mín se chásí to se dzikimu. Chci potok sídlo, and tak si mě kus? Okay, thank you.
I'd now like to invite Emma, Margarita, Shevchenko, Samuel, John and Victor.
Class of 2020, what a year we have had. But in these unprecedented times, I realize how much you guys all really mean to me. A big thank you goes to my teachers here at Riverside, all the way from year 7 to year 13. Thank you so much. And, not only academically. Thank you also to Ms. Chekhova for her renowned emails and announcements and keeping us all organized. And also just the fun teachers here at Riverside, enjoying things like maths that I never thought I would actually enjoy. I would also like to thank my grandparents, babičko, moc ti miluju a děkuji za všechno, my dad, and especially my mom. Without you, I would definitely not be here right now. You all pulled me through. Class of 2020, we finally did it, and good luck.
During the last few months, I've realized just how much I will miss my friends and the school when I go off to university. The good thing is that I spend these months with my family, and I want to take this opportunity to thank them for everything, all the support, the love, and the motivation they give me every day. I love you guys so much.
Being a part of this school has made me feel like a part of a community where I was able to achieve my academic goals, but also create deep and meaningful connections. I would like to thank my teachers, my friends, and of course my parents. Mami a tati, mám vás moc rád a chci vám poděkovat za všechno, co jste pro mě udělali a jak jste mě podporovali. Děkuji. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to my amazing parents who gave me this wonderful opportunity, the wonderful staff team that pushed me to go my best, and my friends who supported me along the way. To make this whole school journey enjoyable, fun, and memorable. Thank you. Děkuji. A дуже děkuji za vše.
To be honest, I never knew this day would come. I'd like to thank all of my friends, families, teachers, and basically just everybody who believed in me. Muchísimas gracias. Os quiero mucho.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a short break in the responses, and I'd like to invite Amber Clarke to come up. She's going to sing a song for us called I See the Light. Amber has been a fantastic contributor to our worship assemblies every week and sang regularly, and it's nice to have her singing with us.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time, never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see, standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be, and at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. All those days chasing down a daydream, all those years living in a blur, all that time never truly seeing things the way they were. Now she's here, shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know. If she's here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go, and at last I see was warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything is different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
Just before we carry on with the responses, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've noticed that I haven't been saying people's surnames. I apologise for that, but it's very difficult for me to speak English, never mind speaking another language, to say the names. So, and for Rita, I'm going to call you Rita B, because it's easier to remember. Okay. So I'd like to invite up Noor, Amy, Amber, Roman and George, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I did it. We did it. Me and my fellow graduates, after being in Riverside for 8 years. Oops. Today I have accomplished one of the major early life milestones of my life. Without the support and the help of my family, teachers, especially Mrs. Celosse, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. So yeah, I'd like to thank my parents, siblings, teachers, friends for all of the emotional and educational support that I've gotten throughout my years in Riverside. Thank you.
Riverside has been a gift for me. These 3 years here in Prague were not easy. So I want to say a big thank you to all teachers, friends, and staff members who were always there to save me whenever I felt like I was drowning. Thank you so much. And 엄마, 아빠, 감사해요. 사랑해요.
Firstly, I want to say thank you to teachers who have encouraged and guided me. It was a great pleasure to learn from you, and so the time in Riverside was a miracle for me. Next, I want to say thank you to my parents as well, as they gave me their everlasting support and love. Lastly, I want to thank God and praise Him more than ever, because He was always my inspiration, motivation, and ambition. For everything you have done, nothing was worthless, even sufferings. Thank you.
At Riverside, I had many beautiful moments with my teachers and my friends. I made some fantastic friends for life and met great teachers. And I just want to say thank you to you all, to everyone who helped me through this journey. And most importantly, I want to thank my mom. Mami, děkuji všechno, co jsi za mě v životě udělala a moc tě miluju.
Studying at Riverside has been a great privilege. I'd like to thank my parents for providing this opportunity, my teachers for their patience, and my friends for their endless support. Riverside has prepared me well for my next step to higher education. I'm very excited to what's to come. I will always have very many fun memories. If I got this far, anyone can.
I'd now like to invite Stefano, Dominic, Eva and Rita B, please.
Okay, so, well, that was easy, you could say, but I still worked for the past 2 years, and for this I would like to thank first my teachers, so all of them, they helped me somehow, Secondly, I want to thank my grandparents in Italy because they gave me food to fuel me, and then also they motivated me. Also, my parents, they made this opportunity available. Ciao. And lastly, I want to thank myself for doing all the work and my friends because, yeah, we did this together. And yes, thank you very much.
Hello. I'd like to thank three groups of people. Firstly, I'd like to thank my classmates. Secondly, my teachers here at Riverside. And thirdly, my family, my grandparents, G, Babi, Yedo, Paul. And then finally, I'd like to thank my mother mainly for pushing me through these years. And I can't tell you how grateful I am, so thanks.
A huge thank you goes to my loving family. Děkuji vám, mami, tati, babi, za vaši lásku, pomoc a podporu jak ve škole, tak i ve zbytku života. And to all my friends, bless you all. You have been a gift in my life, an amazing form of support. I hope we will stay close after graduation and for the rest of our lives. I love you.
I would like to say thank you to my family who provided me with everything required for my educational development. Thank you all the teachers, but especially to Mrs. Sellers, Mr. Zappi for all their help. Thank you to all my friends for their support, but especially to Sarah Klvenova, who was not only my fellow theater classmate, but also a friend who I highly admire, as she was able to deal with my ups and downs, inspire me, help me with my education, and at the same time be a head girl and help everybody else. Thank you, Holka. And I would also like to congratulate my fellow graduates, and we kind of did it.
I'd now like to invite Hijin, Susanna, Aneshka, Daria, and Nanami.
It seems like yesterday when I first came to Riverside, but now I'm here to graduate. I would like to thank you all who helped me a lot during the 3 years, especially my family. 엄마, 아빠, 그리고 한국에 있는 준서. 언제나 내 편 대준 거 정말 고맙고 사랑합니다. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not crying, it's the pollen. I have many fond memories after 9 years here, and I want to thank the teachers for supporting and helping along the way. I want to thank my friends because they made me feel so welcomed and loved, and for them I'm very grateful. Moja rodzinko, codziennie wam mówię, jak bardzo was kocham i nie muszę teraz tego powtarzać, ale bardzo, bardzo dziękuję za wszystko, co mi daliście w życiu, za wasze wsparcie, za waszą miłość i za waszą przyjaźń. Kocham was bardzo.
I would like to especially thank my parents for giving me such an amazing opportunity to study in Riverside, for their constant help and support in everything I always do. Mám vás moc ráda. Also, I would like to thank all my teachers for their willingness and for giving me a lot of great advice. And I wish to all my classmates a lot of success and luck in their future. Thank you.
Well, this was a long journey for me. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time, and now that it's finally here, I'm a bit scared and nervous, but at the same time, I'm excited for the next chapter of my life. I want to thank all the teachers that supported me throughout the school years, and my significant other, and most importantly, my parents, who gave me everything I ever wanted, and everything I have up until this day is because of them. Мои родные, я вас очень люблю. Без вас бы меня тут не было.
I want to thank my parents for giving me an opportunity to study at Riverside. I also want to thank all my teachers and friends who supported and helped me these 3 years. お母さん、お父さん、ゆうちゃん、たっくん、いつもありがとう。大好き。
And lastly, but not least, I'd like to invite Tereza, Margarita, Zion, and Sarah.
If there's one thing that life has taught me, it is that words are never enough. And yet there is a couple of people I would like to thank. First of all, I would like to thank my sister for all the washed dishes and ironed clothes and tidied up rooms. She didn't know how hard the high school life is, and yet she helped me incredibly. Thank you. I would also like to thank to those teachers that have responded to my endless list of questions, and they are quite long. They had treated me as an equal and not as a student, and for that I'm forever grateful. Babi, dědo, ahoj. Děkuji vám moc za vaši podporu. Bez vás bych tady nebyla. Lastly, I would like to thank both of my parents. They've always given me a choice, and they have given me possibly the best childhood I could have wished for. I would like to use this opportunity to thank to my dad, who, despite not being able to be here today, has always given me the feeling that I can take over the world while still being his little girl. There's nothing I would trade his support for. A special thanks, however, should go to my ultimate role model and inspiration, my beloved mom. She has always tried to treat me as equal and listen to whatever I had to say. She has taught me the love for learning, asking questions, and she has also shown me that when I try, I am capable of everything. Vím, že vám to moc často neříkám, ale mám vás opravdu ráda. Zvládli jsme to? Děkuji.
None of us expected to finish off our school journey like this. However, this period has made me realize how grateful I am for my friends and for my amazing teachers at school who have been incredible. I would like to thank my parents and my sister for supporting me in everything I do, and lastly, my forever best friends, Madison and Bethany. I love y'all.
I would like to thank my friends and teachers who sincerely supported me, especially Mr. Novak, who is not here. And I will never forget all the marvelous memories. 그리고 항상 어디서든 응원해주고 기도해줬던 우리 엄마, 아빠, 그리고 가족들 다 너무 감사하고 사랑합니다. Thank you.
For the immense amount of opportunities given, I would like to thank Riverside. These 9 years went by fast but will not be forgotten. I especially want to thank a few teachers in and out of school, Ms. Sellers, Mr. Zappi, Mr. Philbin, Adam Stewart, Pani Maxova, Pani Keglerova, for helping me grow in my creative areas and out. For the support, I want to thank my closest friends and for the support and for keeping me sane. Taky děkuji, holko. A za lásku a podporu chci poděkovat mojí rodině tady je na Slovensku. Mami, Izzy, tati. Děkuji moc a hlavně za trpělivost. Děkuji moc.
Well done, grads. It's always my favorite time of graduation to hear what you have to say. The tassel, that funny thing that's getting in the way and waving in the wind, it symbolizes, worn on the right-hand side, the students' time at Riverside, their time in high school. When we cross it over to the left side, it represents all their hard work, and we recognize their achievements. So when we cross that over, we're really celebrating the students, and they're crossing over from being a high school student to whatever you choose to do in the next phase of your life. So I'd like to invite the graduates to stand, okay, and hands on your tassel, and collectively we are going to move it across to the left-hand side, and let's congratulate our graduates. Let's move it over to the left. Well done, graduates. We have a couple more things to do before we end our celebration. Grads, you can have a seat. And Sarah, maybe you can make your way over to the piano there. And Sarah is going to sing a final song for us. And then Mr. Celosse will come and give a benediction following Sarah singing Cry Me a River.
Too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove you do, go ahead and cry me a river, cry me a river, like I cried a river over you. Drove me out of my hand, whilst you never shed a tear. I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say just to prove you do. Go ahead and cry me a river, cry me a river, like I cried a river over you, like I cried a river over you.
Thank you everyone for coming and sharing in this lovely graduation celebration. Our graduates have now formally concluded their experience at Riverside, and we hope that they are prepared for the next stage in their lives. We know that the next stage of their journey will have many challenges. They leave us with the knowledge that God the Father loves them, and he will help them face those challenges. We also acknowledge that even if they struggle to cope with these challenges, we are still there to support them. Our prayer is that they know that the Lord Jesus will always be there should they seek his help also. We wish them happiness and good fortune in their onward journey. Finally, Riverside says goodbye. We would like to invite you all to join, to share fellowship, to enjoy the graduation cake, and of course the refreshments. But remember, let's be socially distanced. Thank you.
Okay, we have one more thing to do before we celebrate together. Could the graduates please stand? Move slightly to the middle a little bit more. And this is a tradition at graduation. Don't look up once you've tossed your cap. All right, get ready, grads. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly introduce to you the graduating class of 2020.